Let's head off to the markets. Makwe Masilela from Makwe Fund Managers has been watching today's market movement. Very good showing on the all-share JSE compared to the last few days. Makwe, we're in the green. I think it was 1.2% up for the all-share. What's changed? Because I thought there were inflation concerns, but something of a turnaround now.
Definitely, and good afternoon to you and to the viewers. And it's not just the local bourse that managed to show some good gains. Also, what's happening in the US, also in Europe, markets are nicely up. And it's a question of, yes, this morning we woke up to record high Chinese factory gate prices. And that's after we got the stronger than expected US consumer prices. So the price pressure theme continues to be with us. But now markets, all they're saying is that they are looking through that because they don't expect central banks to really hike interest rates based on the energy prices which have been going up. And should they start increase interest rates, then they don't have to do it substantially so. So markets at least are taking that within their strides. And remember, at some point, we bought into the story that inflation is temporary, but now we've realized that it's not. Probably it might be structural. So that's within us. So I think the whole issue here with market participants is that as much as tapering can start, as much as interest rates can start going up sometime next year, we don't expect them to go up rapidly.
And of course, if the interest rates stay lower, there's more money in the system that flows into equities. All right, so local news now. I see Long for Life CEO, Mr. Joffe, has resigned. I mean, of course, he's such a big figure when it comes to firms like Bidvest and such an integral part of the business landscape, isn't he?
Definitely. Remember, he founded Long for Life in 2016. And also, Devin, if you remember, early sometime in May, there were rumors that he's stepping down, but those rumors were rejected by the company. So today he announced that he'll be stepping out in February as the CEO, but he will assume the role of being the chair. And yes, markets have taken that as good news. And also, apparently, there's a buyout offer, so hence the stock price ended up 16%. And also, if you look at their interim results, they're not too bad. Profits increased nicely, trading profits, and the guys for 3 years were not declaring dividend, but this time around they decided to pay us 10 cents a share because the guys were busy with the share buybacks. So that happens to be very good news for the markets.
We were talking about the steel strike, Makwe, but having said that, we look at Hulamin's share. That share price rocketed today. What's happened there?
There's a questionnaire out there. We don't know who they're talking to, what are they talking about, but also the guys benefited from high aluminum prices. Remember, by end of June, those prices up until, say, 3.5 months, from June up until now, they increased by almost 29%, all because we see the automotive production starting to increase, China also clamping down on intensive energy users, so supply, that side is not looking that great, and also not forgetting that a military coup that happened in Guinea in September. Remember, Guinea itself, they have very huge reserves, so that as well is helping the prices to go up. So that bodes well for the company.
Just finally, this thing with mining shares and resources shares, been more ups than downs, I must tell you, in the last few weeks. And today, if you were holding any one of those shares, you would be happy. I see gold shares, I mean, the likes of Anglo and the rest, doing pretty well on the bourse. I mean, is this just the international story we're looking at here?
Yes, and it's a question of, remember, now people are factoring that as much as interest rates might be going up, not going up rapidly, that gets to work for gold because we've seen the likes of the dollar, the likes of the US treasuries, steadying a little bit, so that lifted the shine when it comes to gold. And resources as well, as we expected, the economy to just doing better, then there should be demand thereof going forward. And anyway, they had a serious knock at some point, so probably people are buying the pips.
All right, we're going to leave it there. Makwe Masilela from Makwe Fund Managers. Thanks indeed for your insights. All right.